Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another East vs. West 17 pre-event interview. I'm your host, Ryan Turner, and I have the privilege today of sitting down with the one, the only, Sarah Bäckman. Welcome to Texas. How you feeling?
Thank you. No, I feel great.
Good. Big match on Saturday. Jocelyne Brisson. First things first, if you haven't yet, the event is this Saturday, and you can find a link to the pay-per-view in the description. Also, we're giving back to the community. If you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. We will select one of you to win a signed arm wrestling strap by Sarah herself. So, look forward to that. Do those 4 things, you can find yourself with a shiny new strap. Now, let's get into things. Sarah, I want to start here. What's the final score going to be on Saturday?
3-0.
3-0. You heard it here first. This match, I got to tell you, I've talked to everyone about all the matches. I have seen more people go back and forth on who's going to win this match than any of the other ones. You look like you're in great shape. Let's start there. How are you feeling? Is this top tier, Sarah?
Yeah, I feel good. I am coming in healthy and really in good spirits. And I have really done everything I can to prep for this.
Okay. What does that include? What does prepping for a big match look like for you?
Well, I feel like I have sacrificed a little bit more than I usually have in the last couple of years. So like I have trained a lot more, which has taken away from my family time. Double sessions, longer than usual. Luckily, there's no weight cut for this one. So I could eat freely and everything. But this match, has been on my mind. Even if we accepted it recently, it's been on my mind since 10 months ago.
I know why. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting it done and putting it behind me.
Is it fair to say this is a payback match for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that day, obviously she beat me fair and square, super strong.
Yeah, she is.
But I was not having a great day. And obviously because I lost and everything, but now I know what I'm going up against. I'm ready, I'm focused, I'm prepared. So I'm not gonna hold back this time.
We love to hear that. Yeah, Jocelyne, very much a sleeper, all of a sudden burst onto the scene, gets a huge win, catches everyone off guard, and now you have a chance to get some payback. Is this the best shape you think you've ever been? Let me start here. You've been dealing with injuries. First and foremost, we haven't seen you at East vs. West since 10. I believe you were at East vs. West 10 back in 2023. So can you just kind of give us the overview of what you've been going through in terms of injuries and recovery and where you're currently?
Yeah, so I tore my right shoulder to 2019. Did really well with my left arm for a couple of years. Then I tore that shoulder. So I had been set back couple times now, but at this day and time, I do believe I've never been stronger. And the only reason I say that is because I'm lifting weights numbers that I have never done before.
Really?
It's hard to measure your strength when you go against people, because people, even in previous matches where I've lost, people have told me you've never been stronger, and I've also said that I've never been stronger, but this time I don't think numbers lie. I'm definitely way more specific in my arm wrestling exercises, focusing on, wrist and things that are important. But I'm also I'm also prepping for a strict curl competition. I'm going to break the world record later this year.
Oh, you heard it here first. Breaking the world record.
And luckily, I would have never committed to that had it not also helped me in arm wrestling. But that type of training, that's twice a week. And just in 6 weeks that I've been doing that program, I went from bicep numbers way more now than I used to. And how is that not going to help me in arm wrestling? Right? That's exactly what we want. So I'm excited to see if what I've done will show.
Translate to the table as much as you want. We're all very excited. What do you think it was that Jocelyne had that beat you 10 months ago, and what have you fixed to make sure that doesn't happen again? Was it just hand control was just too much?
So that particular mindset is so important. If you are too chill, I did not underestimate her, because I knew she was strong, and I knew she was going to be a threat to me that day. But there's something when you are like amped up. It makes a difference if you're amped up and you're ready to like go to war versus then just like, all right, here we go. You know, like
it's a round robin, right?
Yeah, exactly. So. And in a round robin, you have one chance. Yeah. So, unfortunately or fortunately, I fouled. So we had one restart. Yeah. And I could have probably repositioned and everything, but everything happened so fast. Looking back on the video, it didn't seem like it was that easy for, like, it wasn't like a flash pin or anything. Like, she held me, she pulled me towards her off center, and I held her here. So with that being said, like, with that in mind and all the training I've done, knowing how strong she is on the inside, I think I can match that, if not power through that.
Really?
Yes.
You think you could even go inside and out power?
I think so. Just based on how I feel like, like my training a year ago versus now, I do think that I can definitely match that.
Okay. Do you think you would just shoot a hook off the start?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Spoiled my plan. but everything's on the table.
Like I'm not going to hold back. Yeah. It's war. Like, I'm not coming here to see where I'm at. Like, I'm coming here to take the title back. Like, it's business. Yeah.
See, that's what I love about you. First of all, this match really is for #1 in North America, right?
Yeah.
So whoever comes out on top on Saturday is North America's best. I'm not doubting her. But you don't want to stop there. You said you're going for #1 in the world.
Yeah.
You have big ambitions. And what's interesting there is, what is your current weight?
So right now I'm like 180.
Right, which is way below what we see at the highest levels. And you, if I recall, you said you don't even feel like you need to gain the extra weight.
No, exactly. And like, everybody's gonna say that the heavier you are, the stronger you're gonna be.
Yeah.
But I don't agree. And like, I want to be the one to prove everyone wrong. You know, like I want to be that person.
Right.
Because I don't think you need to let yourself go or get completely, like, put your health at risk to aim for the best. But also I understand that as things progress, there's new talent coming in. Like, we have Barbora, who's just a ginormous person, like tall, you know. It's hard to compete with that. So I understand that things change, but it's just also like a childhood dream of mine. Like, I started arm wrestling when I was 14. I've always said that at some point I just want to hold the title as the overall best. It doesn't matter what arm, you know. So if it doesn't work out with right arm, maybe left arm, there's a chance still, right? But at least some point in my life, I want to hold the title, even if it's just for a day, you know?
Just have that moment.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yes.
I am the best in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, what a feeling that would be. Can you talk to me a little bit about how you prepare mentally for a match? You know, we see the athletes, I'm sure you've seen everyone here, everyone looks in great shape, yourself included, but there's another battle going on in your mind. And so you're going to be on that stage, so many people watching you all across the world. How do you mentally prepare for something like that? Do you have any rituals that you do?
Absolutely, I do. And it started, it's ongoing, right? Like, talking to God all day, every day. Knowing that He's got me, you know, I can do all things through Christ, right? That's the number one. But also, like, I go for walks every day. That's like non-negotiable. And that's usually my time where I do connect with God, pray, manifest, music, it's just like self-care.
Sure.
Because, like, if I'm not, and it's not about being selfish, because it's just for a, like, short period of time, but like, if I can just really do everything right, if I'm feeling good and doing everything right, odds are that it will go in my favor. So if I feel like, oh, this held me back or this held me back, I'm gonna be on game day, especially if it's not going well, I'm gonna blame the thing that I knew that day I didn't go my way. So, like, luckily I have a very supportive partner who my husband, he's very understanding of this, and making sure that especially the month leading up to the match, everything goes my way to the point what we're eating. You know, it has to be for me.
Yeah.
You know,
So
because but it will be rewarded when I win.
Okay.
You know,
So you very much have a plan. You stick to it. You don't want any curveballs. And then,
yes.
I've noticed that in asking a lot of people a similar question. Some people on game day, they want to get amped up. They want to go to war. It's metal music. You know, they're getting pumped up. Other people try to calm themselves down. Which category do you fall in?
Yeah, I've experimented over the years and everything, but I think the calmer I get, or the calmer I am, the better the outcome. Because I have tried to like really like stress, but your arm blow up. Like you need to be focused.
Right. Focus.
Like you need to trust that what you did will pay off.
Right. Because at that point, you can't do anything else. You can't get an extra set in before your match.
Stressing about it will not help.
Right.
And like really just focus on the breathing and no distractions, like any work, business, like I can deal with this later.
Right.
So no, it's a whole mental game.
I can see that. Yeah.
Day up. Yeah.
So with your pedigree, it's easy to think you're the favorite and Jocelyne's the underdog. But last time you met, she came out on top. So I'm curious, do you view yourself as the underdog in this match?
I do.
You do?
I do. And I think it's a good place to be.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people believe in me, which is super nice, like super grateful with all the love and support and everything. But I do also think that I'm the underdog because she did beat me. I don't have a win on her. Right. I need to prove myself here.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, ever since I've joined the sport, you've been the girl. And Sarah's you've been top of the chart. So it's hard to think of you as an underdog really in any situation. But if we look at the numbers, it's exactly what you said. You've met one time, lost. Yes, there's some context there, but on paper, I think you have to say the person who last lost would be the underdog. So, yeah. But that said, I'm not going to bet against you. So just to be clear, I'm not putting any money on anyone here. I think this can go either way. On that note, what do you think your biggest advantage is over her? Is it that raw strength? Is it speed? Is it a mix? The experience?
Yeah.
Talk to me. What are your win conditions?
Yeah, I think the endurance part that you need to really understand when you go into a super match. It's so different going into a tournament, especially if the gap in levels are that big as it was in the round robin. Like you may walk through everyone and then there's a obstacle, right? Yeah. With a super match, it's most likely going to be pretty hard from the get-go. Yeah. And if you don't play smart and depending on what you ate leading up to that match, like if your arm blows up, that's my biggest fear. I've had it happen. It's like you can't perform. Like your mind you want to, but your arm is not there because it's blown up. So you have to consider that going into a match. But I do think I have that as a benefit because I've done maybe more super matches. Yeah. I do a lot of cardio. I've trained specifically with the short amounts of rest between sets, timed it. So
conditioning is there.
I think so. Yeah. But that brute strength, she might got me on because she does things that I cannot do in the gym. Yeah. Like bench press and all that, like super heavy.
I think if I recall, she said she had, I think it was a 315-pound bench.
I think for reps.
Yeah,
I know.
Forget it. That is unbelievable. So you got to be quick. You think you have the endurance advantage. So potentially, even if you lose the first couple rounds, don't count you out.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I have a whole, if that happens, what do I do? Like I have a whole plan.
I love that. Yeah. There's two types of people. People who are like, I'm just going to see what happens. And then people who have a battle plan for every scenario. Yeah. And I can tell you're the kind of person who really thinks about the match, visualizes it, and sees all the different lanes. Yeah. We are very excited to watch you pull. Headline of the card is John Brisson versus Yoshi Kanai. And I have to ask, who do you think wins it and why?
I think John Brisson will win because he's John Brisson. I've heard that this may be one of his last events. Yeah. And I think, regardless of what happens, he have nothing left to prove.
Yeah, of course.
But I do think, with that in mind, and he's been a little bit more active than Yoshi, it seems, I think he'll pull it off.
There you go. Do you have a message for Jocelyne before we sign off here?
I hope you're ready, Jocelyne, because I'm coming in hot.
You heard it here first. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, everybody, you can find a link to the pay-per-view in the description. Don't miss it. You can watch Sarah pull live along with the rest of the stacked card. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and you could win a signed strap by Sarah herself. Sarah, thank you for your time.
Thank you
See you
so much.
Saturday.
Yes.